What's up, folks? Welcome to another episode of Scotthollywood Outdoors. As you can see, it's March 1st. Well, I guess you can't see that, but I'm telling you, it's March 1st. But as you can see, I'm actually getting ready to hit out the water. I've got about 3 hours to kill out here on a new spot that I haven't been in a long time. Hunting Run Reservoir here in Stafford County. Gonna meet up with my boys, Ty from Bassand Furious and maybe Adam from FullArmorBassin. Gonna come out here and do a little bit of fishing. So just put the boat in the water. And actually looks like they just redid the ramp and everything here from what people told me. And yeah, so let's get situated and see what we can catch. So stay tuned. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Scotthollywood Outdoors. Out here on the water today, March 1st, my dad's birthday. Kind of a special day for me. This is my dad's birthday, like I said, but he passed 4 years ago. So he would have been 76 years old today. Yep. I still miss that man every day, but you know, this is what life's all about, you know. So I'm out here in his honor trying to get catch some bass today. This is like the first day of, I guess, the first day of meteorological spring. I know spring's not actually for another couple of weeks now, but here in Virginia, March 1st, time to get back out in the water. So for this, I love you, Dad. Let's get out there and catch some fish. So stay tuned, guys. All right, guys. So first of all, I need to warn you. For some reason, I had my GoPro set to time-lapse mode once I set it on the on my chesty. So I apologize, but this is the only angle I have for the rest of the video. Yeah, it was kind of a dummy mark on me, but as you can see here, I'm just leaving the ramp and I'm talking to these boaters that were just coming in. Both that said that they caught fish, but they struggled a little bit. They had to work for them, so I knew it was going to be a tough day. So as you guys can see here, this is an electric-only lake, so I pretty much just started fishing right away. Started throwing, I think here I got the a spinnerbait going on. I had a lipless, and I had a little john, just basically kind of just working my way around the you know, down the bank here, around the corner, and seeing if I can come up with. I switched back and forth for a few times from different things. I even threw a jig here, and just went down the bank and started fishing. And finally I made a decision here that kind of changed the day for me. So like I said in the intro, it had been like 4 years since I've been to this lake, so I pretty much have zero experience on here. And of course, like I said earlier, I only had a limited amount of time, so I basically just pulled out the Navionics app for the lake, and luckily it did have some data for this lake. And I did notice that there was a couple fish icons that were close by. It turned out to be the first one was actually at the end of a point. It was like a little island there, a little higher spot. And as you can see here, I'm just kind of making a quick run, I guess as fast as I can on a trolling motor. And just started fishing around this one little area here, and with the shaky head, and this is what happened. This was quite a little spunky guy, and not a bad fish for the first fish of spring.
There you go, baby. Fish number one. There you go, guys. Nice one right there. Fish number one.
Yeah, guys, again, I'm sorry about the mix-up with the other camera, but here's the time-lapse footage, I guess, of the fish, so you can see a little closer there. Here you go. And off he goes. I was feeling pretty good about myself for making that quick little decision. Sometimes it pays off. So what do you do after you catch a fish? You kind of just hang around and try to recreate that same thing over and over again. And I pretty much hung around here for another 30 minutes, basically fished around the island, you know, 2 times, and I couldn't get another bite. So it was time to do something different. So what do? I go ahead and pull out the phone again and fire up the old Navionics app and looked on there, saw where I was at, and I said, all right, well, you know what? Let's make a run over to the next spot that had a fish icon. And there I go. I go ahead and make another quick run over there and start fishing. And what do you know? This is what happens. Funny, this one I thought was a little bigger because it was I think it was wrapped around one of those twigs out there. But I put up a nice little fight and got it in the boat, and it turned out to be just a little smaller than the first one. But hey, I was happy to get out there and catch something. So here we go. And you can actually hear me talking to the other camera on my chest at the time, not knowing that it wasn't working. But again, I do have some of the time lapse footage of the catch here, so that way you can kind of see it. But yeah, again, I apologize for that mix up with the camera. But as you can see here, a nice little fish.
Hi guys, number 2. Team Joe. Right there on there.
Yeah, so this is actually a pretty good angle here. You can see to the left of my boat a bunch of those little stick-ups, basically, which are basically trees. So this whole area I was on was basically another island that was actually at the tip of a point, kind of like forming a saddle. It was a little deeper behind me, and then it got up to the point there. So again, I went ahead and did the same thing. I geared back up and basically fished around this whole island again for another 35 minutes. And again, the same situation as before. Basically, it couldn't get another bite out of there. But at this point, I'm happy I got 2 fish in the boat. Time was ticking by. It's probably been about an hour and a half to 2 hours already out on the water. And I was expecting to meet up with a couple of my buddies on the water too, just to go say hi to them. So that's kind of what I did. I fished a little longer here, and then I kind of made a run back across the lake and met up with my good buddies that you'll see here.
Really? I'll tell you what, I've never been here before, but I put up the Navionics map. Where there's a you fish here like all the time. Where there's a fish symbol. Hot fish. Oh, okay, that's where it was? There's an island at the end of that little, which one is it? Was it fish brain?
Yeah, you can see, so as I'm coming up to their boat, I'm kind of explaining to them where I just caught those last 2 fish using the Navionics app and pretty much pointing it out to them. You know me, I like to share. I don't care about sharing my locations or anything like that. It's actually bit me in the butt a couple times, but I don't mind doing that. It's kind of just good. They were actually going to be on the water a little longer than I was, so I just kind of pointed it out to them and that way they can swing over there and try to catch one themselves.
Yeah, Mr. Scotthollywood. What's going on, the moves and the grooves. Awesome. Dude, it's awesome to meet you finally, bro. I'm trying to get my hair. Yeah, man. You gotta work extra hard.
Yeah, guys, so this is what the fishing is all about. I really love our sport. So as you can see, as I pulled up there, that was Ty. You guys all know him from Bassand Furious. And the gentleman I'm talking to and the guy that's filming for him, that's Adam and Tony. They're from another YouTube channel called FullArmorBassin. So make sure you guys check them out. I'll go ahead and leave a link to both their channels in the description below. And we just kind of hung out here for about 15 minutes, just talking fishing and shooting the breeze. Did some doing some talking about some planning. We're definitely gonna do some YouTube tournaments coming up. Also, another gentleman, Titus from Your Next Cast, is going to be joining us. So we got some good YouTube tournaments coming up. Definitely got some more collaborations, and make sure you guys stay tuned for that. And like I said, I'll leave links to both their channels in the description below. And yeah, so we kind of hung out here and talked for about another 10-15 more minutes, and just like I said, shooting the breeze. And then after that, I kind of had to head on back to the ramp and pretty much make it a wrap for the day. So great time on the water.
All right, guys. Let me go ahead and step on the motor. Get out of here. Exactly. Go ahead and make that run. Exactly. Make that run.
So after I left them guys, I did fish my way back around this point and basically just worked my way all the way back to the ramp. Again, wishing I had a bit more time, because I definitely would have tried to hit a couple more of them little fish icons on the Navionics app. But as I said, time was limited. I was just happy to get out on the water and catch some fish, and it was a good day. All right, guys, Scotthollywood Outdoors here. Well, there you go, guys. Another about 3 hours out on the water. Caught those 2 fish. Basically just going by looking at my Navionics maps on my phone and looking for some fish icons, because like I said, I've never been here before, or I have been here I think once, probably about 4 years ago. And that's what you do when you have no knowledge of a place. If it's got maps, might as well use them. So I basically went out there, found those 2 spots. They basically turned out to be 2 little islands off of some main lake points there. Just throwing the old Bizz bait shaky head, and ended up catching 2 of them, 1 on each point basically. And yeah, so it was a good day. Only a couple hours out here, 2.5, 3 hours out here. Just a good time. You know, the spring is getting ready to start off here real quick here, and just having a good old time. So I appreciate you guys watching. Also, yeah, as you saw my guys there, my boys, FullArmorBassin, what's his name, Adam and Tony, and then you got Ty from Bassand Furious. Got to see them out on the water, talk with them for a little bit. We're definitely gonna be doing some more fishing here in the future. Probably this year we're gonna be doing a lot more collaborations and some more YouTube tournaments and all that good stuff, and looking forward to that. So you guys stay tuned for that. Other than that, I'm heading back. I gotta get going. I got about a good 45-minute ride back, especially on a Sunday afternoon traffic. And I think that's it. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that bell icon so that you guys know a new video is coming out. And I think that's about it. So this is Scotthollywood Outdoors, and that's a wrap.